Welcome back to Nia Ita Book Reviews, the Behind the Book series. Today we are sitting down with Kenia Nuñez, author, speaker, coach, all around badass, and the writer for Savvy Gems, A Girl's Guide to Happiness.
Girls Guide to Choosing Happiness.
Girl's Guide to Choosing Happiness.
Choice.
That's very,
yeah.
I like that. And we're not going to focus too much on the book today because I really want to focus on the work behind the book. The book is a guide, right? It's a manual. But I want to know what your journey was like, what brought you to the place, what your personal experiences were that you were like, oh, this is something I need to put out into the world, and I need to organize, and I need to give to people.
Yeah, it's really interesting how the other day I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about your why, and the whole why thing annoys me. Like, what is your why? You know, it's like, I don't know, whatever. I don't know my why. I'll find out when I'm dead, you know? But I thought about it. I said, what is your why? And, you know, usually we're like, we want to, you know, help humanity, help the world. And I really thought about my why, and it came to me, and I was like, holy cow. My why is to help others as I continue to heal myself. It's as simple as that. And and it really goes back to my childhood trauma. That's it. So if I can help someone along this journey and continue to heal myself, because it's a constant, it's never-ending work. I will be working deeply on myself until my last breath. So that's what the work is about.
So there's no end destination. I don't get to a place where I'm like, I'm good, I'm happy.
Sorry, yeah. I think you knew that, but I'm just gonna confirm that.
I was really hoping. So if I buy this, it's not gonna be like 1, 2, 3 and done. Wham bam. No.
It's maintenance. And it's I love I wrote a blog once about chasing inner peace. And what I had said in that is that what I discovered. I don't think you mentioned I'm a widow, but I lost my husband to cancer in May 2013. And one thing I discovered that from a dying man's last breath to a baby's first breath, we're all chasing the same thing, and that is inner peace. And we're going to chase it in different ways. We may chase it in cars, we may chase it in relationships, we may chase it with jobs, homes. And once we arrive at that point, we were happy at that moment, right? And then once that wears off, that feeling of the euphoric feeling, then we chase after the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. So it's a never-ending chase, and just understanding that this is what being a human is, then I think we can live much more fulfilled lives if we understand that being in the present moment is the greatest gift, but that the chase is always going to be there because it's just part of our DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
What I like about what you do and what you give people, right, and what you share, is that you're teaching self-care, right? And I had a conversation with someone in my family recently, and you know, her daughter's in therapy, and I said to her, I was like, you also have to be, like, I'm a huge proponent of therapy. I'm like, therapy? Are you like, no. And
you get therapy.
And I get it. It's hard, right? Money and time and all these different things, but it's so essential because often we're not able to be our most authentic selves, even with the people we love most, because we're scared to say certain things. There's certain things that we're scared until we really sit down with someone who's not in our lives and realize that they're human and they're natural and they're not this like crazy, you know, darkness that no one else has experienced in the world before. It's actually very natural. And so I was telling her, I was like, you have to also help yourself, right? And I think about like on an airplane when you see that like put your mask on before helping someone else. Like you have to take care of yourself before you take care of someone else.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I hate that. I hate that metaphor.
Why?
Because why are you putting your mask on? Why would you be putting your mask on a plane?
Because
what's happening to the plane?
It's going down.
It's going down. So why do we have to wait for the plane to go down, for us to hit rock bottom, for us to finally want to do something about it? So I think it's preventative, and what I like to look at it is more of our bodies, like take care of our bodies the way we take care of our cars, our minds as well. You know, if you're driving down the street and you have a broken, you know, headlight, you're gonna get stopped, you're gonna get ticketed. So ticket yourself, pause, and recalibrate and figure out what tune-up do you need. So I think that for me, it's more relatable than the whole plane metaphor.
No, that's that.
Yeah.
I never thought about
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
that's fantastic. Why wait until everything is going down in flames?
Yeah.
To start taking care of
chances are, if I'm
yourself.
on that plane with my kid, I don't know if I'm gonna even think about putting. I may not think of putting anybody's on. I may just scream the whole way down.
Or like no matter what they tell you, take care of yourself first. You see your kid about to die, you're like, no,
exactly.
Si me muero, me muero. That's it.
Yeah, it's true.
You're more important than me, right?
Exactly, right. I used to love that saying until I was in it, and then I couldn't get out. I was in such, I had suicidal ideations. I
feel like the light bulbs are going.
I was in dark. When you're in a dark place, you just can't. You can't even get up and brush your teeth. You can't. You don't tools, strategies, right? You have to really have a systematic approach. You have to work on yourself, so that way when you do hit rock bottom, it's much faster to get out. So to me, just because you've been through pain does not exempt you from more pain. I've been through my husband's death, but I went through a breakup earlier this year that brought me to my knees.
Right.
But I had the tools and the strategies to get out faster. So it's not, about, how many times you fall. It's to me, it's how quickly you can get back up.
I heard this saying once that it was like, can you stand where you once fell? So this idea of like, you're not gonna get it. I think it was about racism, right? So it was like, you're gonna get conversations about race wrong, and when you fall short, when you mess up, when you say the wrong thing, can you stand up in that same place where you've fallen? Can you do that? Because that's resilience.
I love resilience. And what I loved about resilience is what you said is it's so true. This whole country, it doesn't matter what age, race, right, socioeconomic background, we all need more resilience.
Right.
Yeah. And to me, the place to find resilience is self-care.
That's deep.
It is. It's the answer. We're all searching for the answers outside of ourselves, but it really is. And I love the Dalai Lama quote that world peace begins with inner peace, and we're all missing the mark on that.
So what do you think? What would you say to someone that says to you, "Well, that's that's there are people that think that's selfish." This whole self-care movement, because I would say that there's more awareness around it now, right? That people are talking about it and it's out there. It's like that's selfish to be only thinking about your care of yourself when everything else is going down.
Yeah, I mean, it's become also kind of cliche, which is a shame, because it really is the truth. I mean, I was raised, you have to give to others before you can take care of yourself. And that's the kind of wife that I was. And all that I know is that I was a very bitter, angry wife. And I was an angry mom. And not until my husband passed away did I recognize that I had it all twisted. I have to take care of myself first, because self-care is self-preservation. And I'm also raising children. I'm actually raising real human beings.
Right.
And they're going to need to understand that they have to put themselves first so they can better serve their families when they have one, their community and the world. You can't pour from an empty cup. You just can't. And if you try, you'll do it, but you'll be bitter. And this is the world that we're living in, a bitter, angry society.
Right.
And so it's broken. So we need to fix it. And it starts from within.
And I think something that we were talking about off camera, we talk about the self-care tools, right? And I feel like people that would say that it's selfish are also people that are not giving themselves the permission to practice it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody who practices self-care would ever say it's selfish. I think it's the people who are not. I'm gonna agree with you on that, and I'm gonna own that and say that, yeah, it's the people who are not practicing it that think that it's selfish.
Yeah, because they're like, well, I don't.
Yeah.
I sacrifice all my time for other people, so you should too.
And how's that working?
But you look really angry right now.
I'm just saying, I'll be 44, and I think I don't look 44. So
you do not. You do not. You see, this is a secret. So you follow me on social media, and you know that my mantra is push through. My husband and I, we try and do weekly recaps, but even when we don't, we're constantly talking about what we're pushing through in that moment. And for me, pushing through doesn't always have to be an active thing. It doesn't mean that we have to be moving in forward motion. It means that we are doing whatever needs to be done to push through the conflict or the obstacles at hand or the emotions that are difficult. And so I want to ask you, at this point in time, it's been a year since you published Savvy Gems, and I know you're also very transparent about your journey. We see it on social media. You're super honest, which I love about you. I love that. And we know that not everything is all together as it might appear to be. You know, you're an author and an amazing speaker. You've got 2 books under your belt. You're developing this nonprofit organization to get this message out to the world and to the people that need it. But I know that not everything's perfect, right? It's not what it appears to be. And I want to know what you are pushing through at this stage in your life and in your career to get to the next level.
That's a great question. So pushing through for me at this moment that we're sitting here, I'm off of social media. And so it's really, that's my push through right now. I had to put the pause on being out there so that I can really get some work done. And I believe in the stillness we get clarity. I really believe that we're here to serve, and in order for me to serve at the highest level, I need to step back and really revamp what I'm doing, and just be able to not just be a foot soldier. I need much more of a virtual presence. So that's what I'm working on right now.
So you're like recalibrating, right?
Yeah, everything from the website to an online course to my YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah, everything.
You have a really powerful message, but what does it mean if you can't get it to
What does it mean if I'm just like,
it's not accessible?
Exactly,
not
accessible. That's a huge thing. So that's my push through right now.
I love that.
Yeah, stepping back. And that's, I love that you said that. Sometimes pushing through does not mean forward action. It's action, but it may not be what
taking a step like to the side.
Yeah, taking one step back so I can take one big leap forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will link down below your website and all the places that they can find you on social media, so they can continue to watch the journey and watch Savvy Gems grow. But thank you for taking this time out of your very busy schedule to sit down with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I love this moment.
Love her too.